Hey gamer, welcome to the video. In today's episode of my bi-weekly Fallout 4 mods videos for Xbox, we are going to explore the best graphic mods for Fallout 4 on Xbox Series X and Xbox One. Just keep in mind that all the mods are linked in the description and you can add them to your favorites from Bethesda's website, just like I showed in my tutorial, which you can check in the top right corner or in description. And also remember that not all the mods in this load order are suitable for Xbox One, but I will explicit all the details, so you don't need to worry. The changes made by this load order will be pretty dramatic, but very much lightweight for change this big in graphical fidelity. If you find this video useful, leave a like and subscribe for more variety gaming content. Let's begin! The first thing that you absolutely need to make right before everything if you have an Xbox Series X or S is making sure that the FPS Boost functionality of Fallout 4 is turned off. I repeat, turn off the FPS Boost. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Turn off the FPS Boost. If you don't remember where it is, check my video about the FPS Boost in the top right corner or in description. Otherwise, let's start with the mods. As always, the first mod you need in any load order is the unofficial Fallout 4 patch, which makes sure to fix hundreds of bugs in Fallout 4. But aside from this, let's actually get into the first big mod of this video, which unfortunately I think it's only best to use it on Xbox Series X and S. If you want, you can still try it on Xbox One consoles, but I personally don't feel like pushing it hard on last gen, as it may impact the frame rate negatively. Anyway, the first essential graphic mod for this load order is 60 FPS Series X Ultra Plus settings. This mod makes Fallout 4 run at 60 FPS on Xbox, as well as improving the graphics of distant objects such as shadows, grass and even buildings. These latter improvements are the reason why I would suggest to only use it on current gen, but as I said, you are free to experiment on Xbox One platforms. One thing that I want to add about this mod is that it's very cool, because the only mod that was able to make Fallout 4 run at 60 FPS before this one also made the game downscale to 720p, which on most Xbox consoles resulted in something like this. Which is not really ideal. The only lucky console was the Series X, which was somehow able to ignore the 720p and run the game at the usual resolution you set it on. Oh, I forgot to mention that you can also check the previous episodes of this show from a link in the top right corner and in description. Let's now move on to Intensity ENB-like graphical enhancements without the hassle. This mod is another very important part of the load order, as it makes most of the visual difference for the lighting and the coloring of the game. Thanks to it, you will be able to tweak at your will parameters like saturation, contrast and many others. Remember that each time you change a setting, it stacks up, so if you hit add more red color twice, it will make reds pop up twice as much. In fact, if you want to replicate the look I gave to the game in this video, it's enough to increase the contrast twice and decrease the saturation twice. Just take a look at how much difference it makes with this comparison. With the next mod instead, we are actually tweaking the sunlight of Fallout 4 on Xbox. If you have the DLCs, you need to install the version called Better Graphics and Weather DLC XB1, otherwise use the mod Better Graphics and Weather No DLC XB1. Better graphics will improve the sun coloration and brightness in certain times of the day, as well as making nights darker and shadow overall better. To complete the lighting overhaul in Fallout 4, we also need to install Interior Visual Overhaul XP1, which will instead do the same thing as the previous mod for interiors. Now that we've taken care of the grand scale things like performance and lighting, it's time to move on to the textures. To improve most of the game's environments in just one shot, I chose to install Vivid Fallout All-in-One. This mod replaces most of the textures of the natural and artificial environments of the game with better ones. In fact, it weighs 500 MB, so if you want a lighter load order you can opt out of it, and the load order will only weigh 200 MB without it, which is a saving grace for the limited 2 GB for Fallout 4 modding on Xbox. I usually prefer to install this mod only if I have other mods that are able to compensate for the obnoxious saturation increase that it brings, and as we said previously, we already took care of the colors, so we are good to install Vivid Fallout. And although Vivid Fallout makes most of the work, here are just 2 details that I prefer to overwrite, because I don't really like how Vivid Fallout handles these next 2 details. Natural Rocks makes a wonderful job in improving all rocks and stone textures of the Commonwealth. And the dilapidated roads faded makes the roads look like they've actually been in a nuclear war. I think these changes make the game much more impressive to look at, but if you also care about a better gameplay experience, check out more mods in the top right corner or in description. For the final two mods I wanted to go the extra mile and include the Protovolt suit retexture by Neutronizer, so that both suits could look much better, and finally also picked the mod that makes the ghouls look like a remastered version of their Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas counterparts. I'm talking of course of Fallout 3 and V Feral Ghouls Replacer. If you're looking for more mods related to creatures like this one, check the link in the top right corner or in description. Subscribe for more variety gaming content! I'm Chris, the gaming enthusiast, and you've been inside the hidden ad box. Check out more videos if you enjoyed, and as always, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and game on!